Good evening. Welcome to the Alan Osborne Show. It's 27. It's Monday the 27th, and we get this out here and get it posted before the meeting tomorrow on the 28th because I want some things said before the meeting. Today's show is not really about the sheriff or this dude. It's about these guys. Let's go over what's happening about the last, 2 months at the BCC. Well, Stan got fired. Gary Madison, the wife beater, has been hired as some kind of special. We don't know what he's really doing, but he reports to the county commission. Larry's clearly broke policy and settled with Stan Sunday, and Barker and Gladwell were on the hot seat for that. Boots went to a conference and did some kind of texting that might have been sexting with some employee who was getting fired, and Stan was somehow involved in that too. And all this stuff has been going on, but there's been no investigation. And Mike Barker's been in that seat asking for an investigation into plan. Who's going to do it? Gary Madison? Because God knows his integrity's out there with everybody's, right? You can't make this stuff up. So what's going to happen at tomorrow's show or tomorrow's BCC? Well, it is a show. It's a circus. And part of it, some of the most important stuff is one, under the consent agenda, the county's going to let somebody out of a lien who's just drug them into a lawsuit. And there's numerous code violations not enforced on this property. And the property's already been sold with the lien in place. And they're going to get going a little better tomorrow and help that guy out. I'd say there's a lot of violations there that still existed, but code enforcement covered them up. I'll tell you. And you watch what happens under Boots McCormick. He's worried about how come when Larry just doesn't show up, they don't know what to do. And they're going to have administrative sessions coming up soon where Larry's going to be the subject of them and probably couldn't be in there besides being sick. They say Larry's going for a transplant. He has a liver transplant. It's going to be 2 years of recovery. But what they're going to do is play the interim game where Boots is bringing up where they can just appoint somebody as the interim. No advertisement, whatever, just the interim. Kind of like that Clay Atkinson shitbag deal. You know, that they going to drag Clay in there. Remember Clay? This is your interim county attorney, the guy with the wine and the pretzel bowl on his head up there misusing TDC funds as a TDC attorney. And that's his favorite henchman on the kazoo. Both these guys will be involved as the interim solutions and what the BCC is trying to bring you. This is just BS. We need an investigation. Larry should have long been fired, but because Larry is holding so many skeletons in the closet and everybody knows somebody on everything, they're scared to fire Larry. Larry has had misconduct and Larry is going to be the huge subject of lawsuits. Larry broke county policy when he issued Stan a settlement that nobody was authorized to do. Yet the BCC never held him accountable. Larry was involved in running an administrative list of people back and forth between the sheriff's department. The one Mike Atkinson still looks like he's trying to take a dump when you ask him about it. He don't know. He looks like he's straining out a big one. That list. I mean, Larry should have long been fired. And Boots and them want the solution of an intern. It'll be people, I'm telling you, if they get an intern, it'll be people like, they'll just appoint Madison and he'll be right back in the seat where we didn't want him. Or they'll put Scott in there. Can you imagine him sitting in the county administration? Is that what we need? A guy that we got rid of as commissioner who had so many issues. All of this is just delay tactics and to make sure that nobody. Interim is a word used when they want to make sure that nobody can be held accountable, but we, the people, can hold these people accountable. And that's what's going to, let's see what goes down at tomorrow's meeting. How long are we going to have an interim attorney and how long will Clay have no rules? Who's really running the county? You know, Dee Dee's not able to run the county by herself. And without Larry to pull her strings and tell her how high to jump, she'll never run. Larry is trying to stay in control because some of the statute of limitations will still be good on Larry's actions. And the longer Larry stays in control, the safer it is for Larry and the people that he's holding the closet door shut on all the skeletons on. So stay tuned coming up for an update on the sheriff's department. And we'll run down after the 28th meeting and see what I got right. Also, tomorrow, Trey Nick's having a community meeting in Miramar. Why don't all you people go to that and ask Trey why he's not enforcing the bay standards? How come they won't answer questions about it? How come the Board of Professional Engineers said that they're using the wrong standards? How come the traffic plan's out of compliance? What's the Sandestin reporting? These are all in his district. So y'all go ask old Trey Nick how he's going to save the bay when he can't even bring it up. Y'all show up that, notice he didn't have his community meetings, but an election's coming up. And he's making a killing being in the know. I guarantee you, we'll look at his tax records and see what that says. But that's where we're at. That's the short guy on the end. Y'all go to his meeting tomorrow night and see what kind of BS he's going to serve up. But ask him all the stuff that I've been asking him. Yep. This guy should have been fired. This guy should have been fired. This guy should have been fired, not given a paid vacation. And all of them need to be investigated. But none of you seem to have grown a pair enough to do it, because you must be scared of the skeletons that might be connected to your closets. That's how it was September 27th, 2021 in the world of Corrupt Wall. Y'all stay tuned and keep them straight out there. You hear?